To run under it, but it's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
I got you, boy. Slam, slam, slam. 40, easy.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Love. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check out.
A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Luck. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line.
Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 31. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick throw taken in by Snead. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. And the sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Let's go.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you expect it to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. 54. Right, 54. 5'9". 36, 36. Check 50, check 50.
Breeze now on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me. 80 weapon.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Double tight, double tight.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
Let's go. Hey, watch this.
Love. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They'll run for it with Lynch. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Marshawn Lynch, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Forbath, the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Jones. Continuing to fight for more. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, San Francisco.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
13.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
Ready? 95-56. 95-56. Right there. Sammy. 54 Mike.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Breeze. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Ready? 5-9. I'm on. Hey, kill.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, echo.
To throw, it's Breeze. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the football.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here. It's a foot race. The 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. In for the score. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return, where they didn't create a penalty. Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Ready?
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
12. Hey, easy. I'm going back to you.
Now a first carry for Javonte Brown. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go. Hey, easy. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, kill. Hey, easy. Let it take.
On third down, here's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's Tyler Newsome now. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 7 at the 19-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Luck. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Complete to Bryant. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Luck. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid gain.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check.
Now Luck. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. With it is Brown. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 36 yards on the play. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Now Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. They'll try again with Jones. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Sanders' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Bree's going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
X3, 218, chop. Check 1-3.
Now Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, 49ers. Ronald Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Alert flag.
Play action. It's locked. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Let's go.
A good pickup there, a 22.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On first down, Hines. In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 49ers 27-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Two times.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And we've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Gerald McCoy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Play action. Breeze. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Joe Schobert able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Love. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, 2. Check safety. Kill.
Breeze now. Got a man. It's Brown. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Antonio Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to regain the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
zero rooting interest in it, but that one hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the fourth quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sent to. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's got Rome.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, easy.
Now a carry for Bernard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Kill. Let him.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Easy, opposite. Hey, Alpha. 58. Over. You don't want none, baby. You don't want. We got 21. You don't want it. Rush 61. Matchbox lights.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
General West. Just like that.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Breeze. And no, it's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Luck now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Switch. On right. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Now it's Luck. Snead's got it. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Running for it, here's Lynch, and he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
In his own end zone, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put